Welcome to YouTube channel Saint Wilfred College of Arts, Commerce, Science, Panvel. Myself Anjali Patil. So today we are going to discuss about new topic that is communication skill. So what is communication? The term communication has been derived from the Greek word communicate, which means to share. Communication means what? Communication means sharing or exchange of information. Communication implies to share and exchange deep thoughts, ideas, and feelings with a fellow human being. So the term communication is concerned with the ways we make others to know or to understand our feelings, opinions, information, etc. So, this can be done by our speech, writing, or by our body movement. So, here you can see communication skills. Communication skills are the ability you use when giving and receiving different kind of information. So some examples include communication like new ideas, feeling, or even update on our project. So communication skill involve listening, speaking, observing, and empathizing. So here is the importance of communication skill. So having strong communication skill aids in all aspect of life, from professional life to personal life, and everything that falls in between. From a business standpoint, all transactions result from communication. Good communication skills are essential to allow others and yourself to understand information more accurate and quickly. So here is the one diagram which show about the communication skill process. So here you can see sender, transmission, noise, receiver, and feedback. So here is the one diagram which give us total idea about communication process. So here you can see here is the one transmission. So transmission play the role like transmitting the message. Here is the receiver of the message. After that, here is the decoding the message, acceptance and rejection of the message. Using the information, after that, he gives the feedback. After that, here is the most important um, uh, factor is a sender. So, in that way, this is our communication process. So, sender means what? Communication start with the sender, who is the initiator of the message. After generating an idea, the sender encodes in its way that can be comprehended by the receiver. So encoding refers to the process by which the sender translates his thoughts into a series of verbal and non-verbal actions that he feels will communicate communicate the message to the intended receiver. For example, translating the thought into any language. After that, here you can see the information that the sender wants to communicate is transmitted over a channel through which the message travels to the receiver. So a channel connects the sender to the receiver. Channel for communication may include a computer, a telephone, a telegram, or a television. So the choice of channel depends on the communication situation. For instance, when dealing with a confidential information, direct face-to-face interaction or a seal letter are more effective channels than a telephone conversation. After that, the third factor is a noise. Noise is anything that has a disturbing influence on the message. Since noise hinders communication, the sender should choose a channel that is free from noise. Noise may occur the sender's end during transmission or at the receiver send. So here are some example of noise like ambiguous symbol that lead to faulty encoding, a poor telephone connection, and an initiative receiver, or a faulty decoding or prejudice obstructing the poor understanding of a message and gesture and posture that may distort the message. After that, the next factor is a receiver. So receiver means what? The receiver is the person to whom the message is transmitted. In order to decode the message, the receiver has to ready to receive the message. That is, the receiver should not be preoccupied with other thoughts that might cause him to pay insufficient attention to the message. So decoding refers to the process of translation of symbols encoded by sender into ideas that can be understood. So communication can be considered effective only when both the sender and the receiver attach similar meaning to the symbols that compose the message. For example, a message technical jargon requires a receptionist who understands such terms. Like communication is not complete unless it is understood by both the sender and the receiver. After that, next factor and last factor is the feedback. A message generated by the receiver in the responses to the sender original message is known as a feedback. So feedback is a necessary to ensure that the message has been effectively encoded, transmitted, decoded, and understood. It helps a sender evaluate the effectiveness of his message so that he can modify his subsequent message. Feedback also confirms whether there has been any change in the behavior of the individual or in the organization as a result of communication. So the communication model discussed above provides the basic framework of the communication process, identifies the key elements which are sender, transmission, receiver, noise, and feedback, and show their relationship. This framework helps manager pinpoint communication. So in that way, here we discuss the all factors which are included in a communication process like sources, message encoding, channel, decoding, receiver, feedback. After that, we can see here are some definition of communication like communication is defined as the exchange of information, ideas and knowledge between a sender and receiver through an accepted code of symbols. So communication is a social interaction through symbols and message. Communication is the transfer to information and understanding from one person to another person. So communication is the act of conveying intended meaning from one entity or group to another through the use of mutual understood signs and rules. So after that, we can say what is the importance of communication. Communication is an important life skill that enables us to better understand and connect with the people around us. The purpose of communication is to get your message across the others. So this is the way, two-way process and involve both the sender and the message and the receiver. It allows us to build a respect and a trust and to resolve differences, help in solving problems and helps to create new ideas. So lack of communication leads to conflict and frustration in both professional and personal life. So we all are using communication skills even before we start walking. For example, a baby communicates by crying. Good. Okay. So communication is a two-way process that involves the exchange of ideas, and if made one way, the exchange is prevented. Here you can see one more diagram which can elaborate us about communication process. Here you can see one sender use encoding, give the message, and receiver decode the message. After that, receiver give feedback. So in that way, our communication process will complete. So after that, we can going to discuss about barriers to communication. So communication is the process of transmitting information. If the information is transparent as such into the mind of receiver, then it is a perfect communication. Sometimes we had an experience too of miscommunication, that is, there does not exist a perfect communication. Miscommunication can occur at the three levels, at the level of sender or the medium or at the level of the receiver. So anything that obstruct the flow of communication is known as barriers. So barriers may lead to your message becoming distorted, and there is a risk of wasting both time and money by causing confusion and misunderstanding. So barriers are obstacle in a workplace that prevent effective exchange of ideas or thoughts. Any stop the meaning of our message from reaching our audience. Some of the common barriers to communication are, here you can see, physical barrier, after that uh, psychological barrier, after that we can say language barrier, cultural barrier, and there are so many barriers which come in our communication process. Okay, so student, in that way, in today's lecture we discuss about so many things which is related to communication process. So now we are going to discuss about barriers. So our first barrier is the psychological barrier. So in psychological barrier of communication is the influence of psychological state of the sender and a problem for effective communication. Communication is a highly influenced by the mental condition of communicator and get disturbed by mental disturbance. So there are so many reasons which are for psychological barrier, like lack of attention, poor retention, emotions, premature evaluation, closed mind and filtering, distrust and defensiveness. In that way, in psychological barrier, these are the reason for the psychological barrier, which are the lack of attention, poor retention, emotions, closed mind, and defensiveness. After that, physical barrier. Physical barrier includes the environmental and natural condition which act as a barrier in a communication in sending message from sender to receiver. So when message are sent by the sender, physical barriers like doors, wall, distance, etc. make the communication less effectiveness. After that, noise. Noise is the process of related to any interference which prevents transmission of message from the sender to receiver. So noise performs an external disturbance or unpleasant sound in the physical environment surrounding the act of communication. After that, space. In a big institution, important person like director, executive officers feel comfortable in their own personal space, so break into personal space of an office may displace the person. So here is the cause of physical barrier, like environment, time and distance, information overflow. So these all are the physical barrier, which are the environment, time and distance, information overflow. These all are a physical barrier. After we are going to discuss about a psychological barrier. So in psychological barrier, we can say there are so many reasons like hearing impairment, vision impairment, speech disorders, physical condition, or alertness. These all are the causes of these barriers, physiological barriers. After that, language barrier. So Common language used by two interacting person or a groups of people facilitate easy exchange and understanding other views. So we can say that there are so many causes which are related or which are responsible for language barrier like regional accent and dialects. The people belonging to different places uses their own accent and dialects. So that's why the meaning and interpretation of words are different, which may lead to various type of confusion. Similarly, the implication of words and phrases can create misunderstanding. Okay. Now, use of jargons. The technical words used by professional like a doctor and a lawyer in their communication are known as a jargon. If they start talking with each other, both of them will not get what the other is talking about. After that, difference in language and unclear speech. Two different people speaking two different language cannot communicate with each other. For example, an Indian goes to China. The Indian goes does not understand Chinese, and most of the people in China do not understand Hindi. So the communication between these people is a worthless. Similarly, people speak in a small voice cannot be understood by the receiver. Though speaking common language, people might have difficulty understanding meaning of message and feedback. After that, grammar and spelling. Grammar and spelling mistakes create a huge communication barriers in a written communication. For example, a person makes a mistake of typing the word done as done and affect as effect. The computer does not label it as a wrong because these are also correct words, but the whole meaning of the sentence or make the sentence not understandable. After that, most important barrier is a cultural barrier. So cultural is a social transmitted behavior, arts, language, tradition, science, ideas, etc., which is learned to share in a particular social group of same nationality. After that, what is the causes of cultural barrier? Like a language, sign and symbols, religion, eye contact, touch. After that, these all are the cultural barrier, like language. So different culture had developed their own language, but people are comfortable communicating in their own language. So that will become a cultural barrier. After that, signs and symbols. Sign and symbol varies in a different cultures. Like the cultural set some meaning of sign which might not be the same in other culture. For example, the sign thumbs up is taken is a sign of wishing luck in the most of the culture, but is taken an insult in a Bangladesh. After that, religion. Religion also cause barrier to communication as it create a specific image of people who follow other religion. After that, eye contact. It is interpreted differently in a different culture. Direct eye contact that by this become one cultural barrier. After that, touch. Who can touch which part of body is culturally determined. Touch is also associated with the age, sex, and the personal relationship. Okay. After that, gender barrier. It means at workplace, women and men share equal status, knowledge, and experience. Different communication styles prevent them from working together effectively. So this is known as a gender barrier. After that, emotional barrier. Emotional barrier include emotions like fear, worry, anxiety, anger, excitement, etc., which affects speaker's ability to deliver a clear message or a receiver ability to hear a message effectively. For example, a person emotions may prevent him from discussing some topic. An angry person may struggle to communicate his message. A sad person may not listen to the advice of a close friend. So, in that way, in today's lecture, we discuss about what is communication, what is the communication process, and after that we discuss about barriers to communication. So thank you so much, students.